Okay, let's finish up with this last column here before we move down to our statistical function. So we're in this cell percent change, and what the percent change is trying to indicate to the user is how much different did last year over this year. Was there a percent change in that? So how would you do this calculation? We would do this by saying what happened old last year minus new this year divided by my original, my old. That would be this percent calculation. So I'm going to hit enter. What? Wait, what? What is that number? That makes no sense. So let's break this down. We're going to open up this show formula. And I chose the right columns and the right cells to be part of this, but we have a problem with the mathematical order of precedence. Right? So if you remember through your math classes and whatnot, the mathematical order of precedence, there's a specific sequence in which math takes place. And I remember the mathematical order of precedence as, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So P is the first, please. P stands for parentheses. So Excel will perform anything in a parentheses first. Excuse. Exponent, so anything that's raised to a power, squared, and so on. Exponential would be next. Please excuse my dear. My dear stands for multiplication and division, and it will do any multiplication division. Aunt Sally is addition subtraction. So if I look at my formula over here, you'll notice that I'm coming across, I have no parentheses, so I'm not going to deal with that. I have no exponents, so my next move is going to be a multiplication or division. I have a division right here, so it's going to divide D3 by E3. In this case, 3,000 by 3,000. 3,000 divided by 3,000 equals 1. And then I'm going to say E3, addition, subtraction. Then I'm going to subtract E3, which is 3,000, minus 1, which would be 2,999. Okay, so we'll go back. But we're a percentage. We're in a percentage format, so it moves the decimal place over to and puts the percent sign on the back side. So Excel did exactly what I told it to do, but what I really need to do, I'll show the formula, is I need that top part of my numerator to be the same, or to do E3 minus D3 first. I need to drive the subtraction first and then do the division. So I'll put the parentheses, so remember that's please. Parentheses will make sure that the whatever's sitting inside the parentheses happens first, and then I divide by my total number. And did that fix? Once again, go back to show formulas. Yeah, there was a 0% change. So I'm going to copy that formula down. Oops, copy, get my cursor, the little plus sign, copy it down. And I'm seeing a negative value here. And we say, why is it a negative change when I'm actually spending more? So maybe what I did was I flipped what I should be subtracting. Maybe it's D3 here versus E3. New minus old divided by old. Let's take a look at that. And that makes more sense. So for the food, I have increased my spending. There's a percent positive change. Whether that's good or bad is debatable, I guess. But the change was in the positive. It was a bigger change, so therefore it should be a positive number. And entertainment I spent less, or I plan to spend less, so it'll be a negative percent change. So oftentimes when you're doing calculations, you should evaluate your solutions or what's coming out as your answer and say, does that make sense? And in this case, we picked up an error that we made in our calculation because we subtracted the numbers in the wrong order.